Yo, Boozy, but they let me get my damn YouTube back, bro. Finally. You know the motherfuckers had me banned for 2 weeks. Had my ass straight banned. It's all good though. Yeah, we back, bro. We back. Finally. After a little hiatus, I had to take some trips over to Twitter. I'm not Twitter, but Twitch for a little while. Let me let me go gather some supplies. It appears I have left some stuff downtown. Yeah, yo, that verse that I spit, yo, that rap that I had, that last one, Digital Domination, the lyrics, some of the lyrics went against YouTube's community guidelines. So I would not be rapping that on camera anymore. But I do got some new bars for you guys. Let me go grab some shit. I'll be right back. I better bring this one. I'll be right back, guys. As a matter of fact, let me play something real quick till I get back in here. It's not connected to the Bluetooth? Oh, the speaker isn't on, that's why. What the hell? Fucking hurricane. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Kiki Penny. What up? What up? Oh boy. So what they said was they banned my channel because I was spreading medical misinformation, is what it said. And then it had the video in question, and it was the one video I was spitting that verse I had wrote. And then I'm like, is that what they're talking about? Because I say something about the I'm scared to even use words now. I don't even know how to explain this shit because I can't say what I said. Or can I? I don't know, man. They got me nervous to say anything now. But they said it was medical misinformation. And then I replied on the appeal, I'm like, yo, this is a song. This is creative liberty, and it's for entertainment. I'm not telling anybody to go do anything or not to do something. They put a muzzle on them. Take the vaccine. Now I feel like my fucking hands tied, you know, god damn, bro. And that was my last strike. The one more, it's a wrap. They gonna goddamn make this thing disappear. After 10 years, man, they trying to disappear my channel. For medical misinformation from a rap song? Really? I don't know about most people, but I don't really determine or dictate my life dependent upon rap lyrics. You know? I actually shared a video of one guy who did. Dr. Dre. I know that's right. My full capabilities. Yo, Boozy, send me the link to that channel because I can't find it my damn self. I'd look for that shit, and I couldn't remember like my other YouTube, and that's why I was just on Twitch. And then my Twitch, I can't access my own Twitch account. I can't get into like the settings for my Twitch because they had me fucked up on there one time about my name or something. And so now I got 2 Twitch accounts. One of them is Trap House Prince, and when I go to stream, I stream from Trap House Prince, but I can't access the channel itself. When I view the channel, I'm viewing from Trap House 81 or some shit, man. But it's 2 different names, and I don't got access to one of my Twitch channels. It's the weirdest fucking shit, bro. I feel like I'm doing a QR code just now. Appreciate that, bro. Because if it goes down to the go down, and we get down to the get down, this channel might not be around. God damn, I remember back in the day when I first started this shit, I say all kind of stuff on here. Now, nigga don't even want to say nothing. Hello, my name is Travis, and I will be teaching art this afternoon. I like to work with oil paints. That's what the fuck they want out of YouTube now? Come on, man. The shit has changed so much. And not for the better. Not in my opinion. Shit has not changed for the better. So many restrictions and limitations and qualifications and... Mm. 2000, I think I started my channel in 2013, bro. If it wasn't 13, it was 14. It's damn near, if it ain't 10 years, it's 9 years. We've been at this shit for a while, man. Y'all boys been sitting right here with me for damn near 10 years, bro. It's crazy when you say that shit out loud, when you think about it now. Come on now, it been 2000. Can I go to my YouTube and see when I started my channel? Well, it says I joined YouTube in 2011. But it's joining YouTube is creating a channel. So I've had it since 2011. But I don't think I really started like streaming like this on a regular basis until like a couple years after that. It was like 13 or 14. Or if alright, so what if I go to, alright, close it out. Well, if I go back to my channel, go to videos, and go to oldest. My oldest video was posted 9 years ago. Well, no, because it says my oldest live stream says 7 years. So it's anywhere from 7 to 9 years. Still feel like 10. I don't know. Not unless I deleted some of my earlier videos. I probably deleted some older shit, bro, because it's been longer than 7 years. Because I've been on that video, that oldest video. Facts. That's the part right there. That part right there. We have definitely come a long way, bro. That nigga. Yes, sir.
Still funny though. What's the dude super hot fight?
I had my young boy in that one too.
Here's my ex's phone number. Psych. That's not the right number. Oh man.
Who all in the comments?
I'm checking it right now, bro.
Motherfucking Puff. Puff is all in the comments.
Get copyrights for like.
Not really. That is a good point.
Yo, that nigga was young as shit. Yo, my young boy.
People I know that I got.
That's how I know I've been streaming. I've been dropping live streams before that because I was already streaming for a while before my son even came to stay that summer, yo. So if this shit said, this video saying it's matter of fact, Puff called me just now. He was on that fucking call. But the video saying it's 7 years old, and I know I've been like streaming at least a year before that. Anyway, like you said, we come a long way since the living room, man. We got whole studios now. I feel damn, I got so much religious background. I can't help but say I feel blessed. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't really think of it in that context, but there's not a better. If I use different words, sometimes I be sounding like, I don't know. I feel like I've accomplished a lot. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I've just stayed consistent, and it's cool to look back at those old videos and see that, you know, like in that video, I didn't envision this, you know, not exactly. I just wanted something, and we're getting there, you know. In that video, I wasn't thinking about having my art in California, having like museum exhibits. That shit wasn't a thought like that. But I knew this shit was possible. If I just keep at it, I just know like something, and I feel like we really honestly just getting started, because it's taken this long for other people to kind of like start recognizing the art, you know. And then when new people see it, they see like years, like literally years of effort in that painting. When the motherfucker don't know me and don't know my art, and they see that, it's like, oh wow, but they haven't witnessed like the process of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the part that I always appreciate you guys for, bro. Is just sticking around, constantly motivating me, constantly encouraging me. I tell y'all that shit a lot, man. Y'all mean a hell of a lot to me, bro. Honestly, I swear. Cause if ain't nobody else chilling in the studio, my niggas gonna be in the studio with me, or at least pop in and be like, "Yo, it was good," you know. And I can't even really express how that has literally helped me out of all the fucking years, bro. Out of all the years, you know what I'm saying? So back in the heyday when, you know, when a lot of people were around and all that shit, and now like we know nobody hardly be in here watching this shit, bro. Nobody gonna watch this shit. It's this is kind of like our thing. You know, this is our thing. So I really do appreciate it. It's been a while, but like I say, we really just getting started, because it motherfucker just now. In the past, I really say in the like the last 2-3 years, people really have been taking notice to this shit. So I'm gonna just keep at it, keep pushing this shit, and hopefully in another 5 years, I should be somewhere where I'm not even thinking about now. You know what I'm saying? I can imagine like some international shit, going to a different country or something, but who knows what that will be or what that opportunity will look like. What they say, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And that's my thing. I want to be prepared for every shit that come my way. Can you do it? Yes. Yeah, you don't even need to finish it. Whatever you're asking, whatever you're requesting, I can do it. What now? Finish your statement. That's exactly why this shit is special, bro. I don't got this relationship nowhere else, man. Like I said, this is our thing. This is definitely our clique, yo. You know what I'm saying? And one day I hope to meet all y'all motherfuckers in person. I need to meet all in person one day. Even if it ain't but for 30 minutes for one beer. I'm in your city, nigga. I'm gonna breeze through. Something.
Kiki Penny.
Grandma was a preacher, but I'm still a non-believer. She raised me from a child and I received all of her features. She told me that the Bible was the rules and the teachers, Sunday school, revivals, the pews and the bleachers. She said that I should worship God and always pray to Jesus. When I told her I don't believe it, she said I was full of demons, but I gained a new thesis when I started on my research. I really started reading all the myths and the legends. Zachariah Extension, Eric Von Daniken, looking for the answers and the meaning and the message. The Anunnaki, Atlantis, the Greys and Lemurians, religion call them angels, but science you call them aliens, Hegelian, dialectic days of the week, are names of ancient gods that cast spells when you speak. Woo! I'ma get it soon enough, yo. And I gotta find 2 more bars on this shit, yo. So, I put out that fake, well, not fake, but that spoof album cover. I'm really about to try to write some songs to these shits, man. So that first verse I wrote, Digital Domination. That's I like it. I like it. You know, it's something. It's a little something. I say this ain't for everybody, really. You know what I'm saying? I'm just testing myself. So I like that little verse, that Digital Domination, which got my YouTube banned, so I know I'm saying some real shit. I said something that made YouTube say So I can't say that verse anymore on camera, which is I still can't get over that. And then I started writing another verse. I think I got like 8 bars to that other beat. I really gotta get back to that one. But when I heard this beat, man, I had to snatch this up from my homie. And so I'm not sure which title this one will be, but it's definitely gonna be talking about like ancient civilizations and ancient cultures. The holding name I got for it is called History's Mysteries. So, and all you guys know, I'm a non-believer. I would consider myself an atheist or agnostic or whatever, but I just don't believe in like the mainstream conception of religions and what a God is. So this is kind of go into that and my train of thought, or how I got to that train of thought. So my grandma was a preacher, but I'm still a non-believer. She raised me from a child and I received all of her features. I might change child to seed. She raised me from a child and I received all of her features. Or if I say, she raised me from a seed and I received all of her features. That seed, I think that may sound better in there than child. She raised me from a seed and I received all of her features. Matter of fact, I'm going to change that right now. Change child to seed. Is still one syllable, but I think that'll flow better. Or not flow better, but just sound better as far as wordplay. My grandma was a preacher, but I'm still a non-believer. She raised me from a seed and I received all of her features. She told me that the Bible was the rules and the teacher. Sunday school, revivals, the pews, and the bleachers. Cause I live with her, yo. My grandma really did raise me, so I never miss anything church-wise. I was gonna try to say something about like choir rehearsal or Bible study, but like we did any church event, like we did that. That was our everyday life, yo. So it's like church almost every day of the week, and sometimes for like weeks at a time. Especially when it was revival season, and man, it's just too much. But she told me that the Bible was the rules and the teacher. Sunday school, revivals, the pews and the bleachers. When I told her I don't believe it, she said I was full of demons. But I gained a new thesis when I started my own research. I really started reading all the myths and the legends, Zachariah Stinson and Eric von Daniken, looking for the answers to the meaning and the message. The Anunnaki, Atlantis, the Greys, and Lemurians. Religion calls them angels, but science will call them aliens. Hegelian dialectic. The days of the week are the names of ancient gods who cast spells when you speak. Names of ancient gods who cast spells when you speak, and leave it to the meek. And leave it to the meek to reclaim the earth. Are the names of ancient gods who cast spells when you speak. Leave it to the meek to concede to defeat. I don't know how I'm gonna wrap it up at the end. I need 2 more bars, but I'm gonna have to really think on that because the whole thing, I like the verse, so I gotta wrap it up on like some tight shit. Maybe, maybe, maybe if I figure out a hook first. I don't know. We'll see. Did I not? Oh. Haha. But And there's so much glare. Jeez. I'm trying to like make prompts that really show a size difference. It's hard to make. I don't know. If you use words like giant, it's I don't know. Mid Journey, it seems like it only considers monsters and scary things to be giants, and so it's hard to, even if you say an extremely tall person or a very tall person, or I don't know, it doesn't give a really good proportion. And I've seen some people make some images, and I'm like, but I can't read their prompts. I need to read the prompt to see what they told that shit to do to get the person to look that tall. And so I kind of got one. Where's it at though? So those are some of the better ones. And so what I do is, um, yo, that shit look like, it looks cool, but at the same time, I think it's the portal. So do you have to be like around your place? Does your PlayStation have to be on in order for that shit to even operate? It says remote play device, remote play dedicated device. So
Hey everybody, it's Norm from Tested here, going hands-on with some new device.
hmm, it's the but no. The Wii U is a standalone console. Like you don't need. I mean, the Wii U is the game itself, and you can plug it to a TV. But I'm thinking that this is like, I hope it's a standalone shit. Like, So if I go on a trip and I leave my PS5 at home, and while I'm riding down the highway, I can still play my PlayStation games. That's what you're saying? Because that's what you can do with the Wii U.
That all of the people out there that are saying that the PlayStation Portal is not worth it, it's a waste of money, it's PlayStation 3 tech, listen, you're all wrong and you're missing the whole point of this system as well as the benefits of owning one if you guys are PlayStation owners. So in this video right here, man, I'm going to be breaking down why I personally feel that the PlayStation Portal is necessary and why Sony PlayStation decided to finally release this product to us PlayStation owners. So let's go ahead and break it down. Alright, so for starters here, I just want to put this out here. I'm only talking to my PlayStation owners or soon-to-be PlayStation owners. If you guys are Xbox gang, then listen. This combo here ain't for you to even weigh in on. I still got love for my Xbox gang out there because, look, I got an Xbox Series S in the cut.
That's the, yeah, you have to be around your PS5. That's the part I don't like. I think I only heard, this was a while ago before it released, I think, and the guys at Game Ranks, because I be on their channel a lot. They put out like game updates on Fridays, and I think that's where I heard them talk about it one time, and it sounded cool. And then he said that part is like, oh, but it has to connect to your PlayStation. I'm like, I just play my PlayStation on TV then. But he says it's for people like if you want to lay down in your bed or I don't know if you're sitting on the couch, but if I'm sitting on the couch, I can still, like, I'm trying to, that's what I'm saying, like, it looks cool and everything, but I got the PlayStation, like, why would I, but this guy, he's about to explain why it's mandatory, why it's so necessary to have, I got the VR headset, because you gotta have it to play VR games. I see, you know, the fun factor in that. I can play VR games all crazy. I want that. But this right here is just like, I got TV. I want to hold it. I want to hold the PlayStation in my hand on a smaller screen. I already wear glasses, nigga. And I don't be trying to play the PlayStation like this.
So for starters, the PlayStation Remote Play is not new by any means. Like, it was tech that did come out when the PlayStation 3 was out. So you guys already know, like, that's just been some years in the making. A lot of people out there that are claiming that this is a waste of money and why did Sony even come out with this? Here's why. Like, all of us PlayStation gamers out there, we all know that PlayStation Remote Play, when you guys play it on either a smartphone, whether it's an Apple or an Android device, it's not the greatest experience. And then when you play it on something like a tablet, say you got an iPad or a Galaxy Tab S8 or S9 Ultra, still not the best experience. Even if you got a PC or a Mac, it's still not the greatest experience on there either. See, when using Remote Play on all of these other devices that I just mentioned, and yes, I've tried and played it on each one of these devices and types that I mentioned, and I've always had literally the exact same experience of having to either compromise on visual quality, slight game lag, or control setup, and just other issues that I've faced in the past. What I'm trying to say is, even though PlayStation Remote Play is an app that is able to be downloaded and used on these devices, the devices themselves were really never designed and created to handle such high-quality gaming, computing, and setup like that, right? So think about it. Your PlayStation has to have a good connection. Then on top of that, the device that you guys are connecting it to, whether it's a smartphone or a tablet or a PC or a Mac, has to also have that same good connection to it. And then on top of that, you're passing that connection from the console in itself that you guys see here behind me, and then to the actual device or the smartphone that you guys are using. See, there's a whole lot of interference that could pass in between that, which tends to cause a lot of issues, all because those devices were never designed for that purpose. Yes, they can run it, I get that, but again, it wasn't created for that purpose. So Sony said, you know what? you know what, let's go ahead and create a handheld extension that is actually made for PS Remote Play. So that way PlayStation users like myself can finally utilize this dope feature without having to compromise on any of the issues that we've had in the past with PlayStation Remote Play, because those devices, again, wasn't meant for it. For example, no other device right now that is currently using and running PS Remote Play can actually wake up your PS5 or your PS4 all by just picking up the device and turning it on, which to me, I feel like with this PlayStation Portal,
Wait a minute.
because me personally, I hate having to come in here all the time, turn on my PS5, then I'm able to go out and...
That don't even make any sense. So you can remote play from the device. So if you're gonna remote play from the device, that's what I'm saying. Like, why your PlayStation even need to be on? And then how are you too lazy to hit the power button on the PlayStation controller, but it's easier to turn the PlayStation on from the device? First of all, the device is off. And so when you power that up, does it automatically power the PlayStation up? I don't know, it sounded more weird and weird the more you explain this shit. I mean, he sounds super hype about it, but like some of the features, I mean, damn. I'm sounding like an old fogey. I mean, it is some cool ass tech that, what the fuck is that? That, you know, now handhelds are almost as powerful as the last gen consoles. That's crazy to imagine that. Like I say, you can hold, the power of a PS4 in your lap like that. Everything's shrinking, man.
To play using my remote play in another room. But with the PlayStation Portal, I ain't got to do that no more. I can literally just pick it up, turn it on wherever I'm at, and it's going to power on my PlayStation in here. Now, another dope thing that I like about the PlayStation Portal is the fact that they legit chop a DualSense, let me grab it. They legit chop a DualSense controller in half and still able to give us all of the dope features that is already on this goated controller here, because we can all agree that the DualSense controller, as well as the DualSense Edge controller, is literally the GOAT out here. And if you don't believe me, and you got another controller that you feel can beat this one, then I'll wait. Go ahead and post it down in the comments. So to me, the fact that we don't have to worry about grabbing a secondary screen, then having to grab a controller, and it's just all there in one body, to me, I feel like it's more natural, because you're already used to using a controller like this versus like those on-screen virtual buttons that you have to use on a smartphone that are not actually the PlayStation ones, and then they just throw off your entire gameplay and style. Like, for example, when I'm playing Call of Duty Warzone, I need my PS5 controller or the Xbox One, because look, I can get busy on that Xbox One too. But anything else, to me, I just feel like it don't work for me. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like there are some things that they didn't give us with this that I would have liked. For example, let's say I wish they would have given us a higher resolution display, like a 1440p OLED display versus a 1080p LCD display, because as you guys know, Sony makes some of the best TVs and displays in the game, so I feel like they could have given us that on the system. But either way, an 8-inch display at 1080p, 60 hertz, to me, I think is fine to deal with. Now, some of the other components that I appreciate with this system is the USB-C port.
And once again, I like Sony products. When I went for a new TV, when I got the PS5, I got a fucking Sony. It's basically the Sony gaming TV. So, but this device, you still not really selling it to me yet, bro. Okay, so, you can stream the PlayStation to your lap. Okay, you can wake your PlayStation up using the device. Okay. For an extra $200, that's how much this shit costs. What is it, $200? And then you just said you wish it had a better screen on it. Come on, bro. What do you think? You gonna get it, Boozy? Tech USA. Let me see. This was 5 days ago.
Results are in. Tom, you are 99.9% driving on the...
Oh my God.
Was a ripoff to begin with. If you want wireless earbuds to work with it, guess what? You gotta buy proprietary ones from Sony. That's it. That's the video. It's over.
Wow. Right off the rip? Seriously, dude? You gotta... Oh my God. Sony, what are you doing? What is this product? What is this? Wait a minute. No headphones. No other headphones shall work. I already own a pair of Sony Bluetooth headphones. Why can't the same headphones I use for my PlayStation work for this thing? Wait a minute. Bro, what the hell is that? Bro, I was about to say the same shit. I'd just get a Steam Deck, man. ROG Ally? What the fuck is that? Now you got me looking, you got me Googling all kind of shit this afternoon. He said, that's it, that's the video, it's over. You gotta buy proprietary headphones from Sony to... Oh, man.
Have a porthole as well. Want to hook up earbuds to this? It's fine that I talk to a porcelain bird. There's nothing wrong with that. Skip it up and down. So just a couple days ago, we found out the official name and pricing of the PlayStation Portable, which will allow you to stream your PlayStation 5 games, not stream games from PlayStation Now, because that would make sense. And it's going to cost $199. It's going to have an 8-inch screen, 1080p, plain Jane 60, no high refresh rates, any of that stuff. Sony's big selling point with this is that, sure, it's a kind of useless device and kind of turns your PS5 into a Wii U, essentially. But it has a DualSense controller attached to it, so it's worth it. No.
Bubbles. You blew it.
Well, on top of all that, one of the most shocking omissions from the PlayStation Portal, minus the fact that it shouldn't even exist, is it doesn't have Bluetooth.
What?
You could buy a $20 smartphone that has Bluetooth. You could use Bluetooth earbuds of your choice with very minimal latency on the Nintendo Switch. Granted, it took them 600 years to actually add that feature, but they did. Thank you, Nintendo. Well, Sony has a solution for you. It's called the PlayStation Link, and you could buy earbuds from Sony. Want to know how much they cost?
Please.
This comes from TheVerge.com. I'll read it to you, and then we'll discuss. I have things to say. In addition to announcing the price of its upcoming PlayStation Portable remote gaming gadget, it's a way to word it, Sony also shared new details today on the PlayStation branded wireless earbuds that it first revealed several months ago. They're officially called the Pulse Explorer and will be priced at, are you ready? $199.99 or $200.
What?
$200. So think about it. If you want wireless earbuds while playing your PlayStation Portable, Jesus Christ. If you want wireless earbuds while playing your PlayStation Portal, you're going to need to spend another $200. So you're at you're over the price of a base Steam Deck if you want to have earbuds, wireless earbuds to play games in bed, so you don't bother the person next to you, or you just want a more immersive experience. Though the company isn't sharing exactly when they'll be available or even up for pre-order. That's as much as the Portal device itself and substantially more than any of Microsoft's first-party Xbox audio peripherals. They're also going to be releasing a Pulse Elite headset, so if you don't want to have the earbuds, That'll be $149, which is an iteration from the original Pulse 3D headset. So you could go that route too if you want, save $50. Now, how Sony is justifying this is they're saying, hey, it's going to have lossless audio and super low latency compared to Bluetooth. But I've used Bluetooth headsets with gaming devices before, and the latency seems fine. Like when a character moves, it doesn't seem like the audio is out of sync. Mostly, I should say, depending on the device, with what I'm hearing. So you couldn't have given the option to have Bluetooth or use this PlayStation Link, but they don't want to because they want you to buy their accessories so they profit more. You want to have a wireless earbud experience and not use wired headphones? Well, then pony up that money.
Congratulations.
Well, here is how Sony is officially describing the PlayStation Link. So they could be like, hey guys, we know we're forcing you to buy our wireless earbuds, but there's an advantage. This is what Sony has to say. This innovation delivers low latency, lossless audio, and easy switching between multiple PlayStation Link hosts, such as a PS5 with the USB adapter and PlayStation Portal. When using Pulse Elite and Pulse Explore with PS5, the USB adapter that's included with each headset and earbuds is required for PlayStation Link. The PlayStation Link USB adapter will also be sold separately as a standalone item and can be used on PC and Mac, so players can connect the Pulse Elite or Pulse Explorer to experience the same lossless and low latency audio. Joy. Pulse Elite and Pulse Explorer can simultaneously connect to a PlayStation Link supported device, PS5, PC, Mac, or PlayStation Portal, and a Bluetooth supported device. For example, Pulse Explorer can be connected to PS5 via the USB adapter using PlayStation Link and also to a mobile phone through Bluetooth at the same time. While playing on PS5, gamers can instantly answer a call and hear it through the same Pulse Explorer earbuds. I will say, Sony, those are cool features, but you know what would have really just like sent it over the top? If the PlayStation Portal had Bluetooth as well. You're doing this, so if you want if you want the full fat Portal experience, that doesn't sound right, but that's what they called whatever the hell this thing is, streaming device with a DualSense attached to it. You're spending $400. It just
Plus the
why? And it's not even a full fat streaming device. You can only play PS5 games that you own through Wi-Fi. Like, Sony, do you realize that you could go out right now and use whatever Bluetooth headset you want with it? There's that. You could buy a Steam Deck, the base model, for $399. And there was a time I used to be like, you shouldn't buy that model because, the SD card. Valve has done something with SteamOS and SD cards where game load times, even big AAA games, mostly are tolerable. And on top of it, too, you don't need to be connected to Wi-Fi to play your games, unless the game itself is some kind of weird thing like a Ubisoft game where it has to be connected. But if you could play the games locally, you could play them on your Steam Deck with no internet connection. And if you buy these earbuds, it's the same price as the PlayStation Portal. Why would you get the PlayStation Portal before this? Now, the only argument I could think of, if I'm going to play devil's advocate with myself, is that you don't have a gaming library on PC. And if you don't have one, fine, because then you'll have to buy games for the Steam Deck. I get that to a degree. But even then, why would you, even if like you're a PlayStation all rah-rah all the way, wouldn't you want a device that you don't have to worry about your internet connection? You could play your games anywhere instead of having to be tethered to Wi-Fi somewhere? I mean, do you really think you're going to go into a Starbucks, even if it has decent Wi-Fi, and play your PS5 games without lag? This thing just makes no sense, Sony. And then you're forcing people to buy proprietary earbud technology to actually have wireless earbuds on it. This is just a complete crap show, and this device should not exist. It'll be interesting to see how it does, but I don't know. Someone wasn't thinking at Sony, but here we are, $400 for a Portal experience. Did I mention buy a Steam Deck instead? This is Richard Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. Birds.
Birds. I like this dude. I'm about to subscribe to his channel. Well, there's that. Yeah, so I mean, oh man, look. I'm definitely a Sony fanboy. I can't even lie, man. I like Sony products. Ever since I got my first Sony Walkman, you know, I felt like high status or some shit. I don't know. And ever since Sony jumped into the console market, I've had every PlayStation, and I enjoyed all of them. And I've had two Xboxes. I had an Xbox 360, which was their second model. I never owned the original Xbox, but I did have a 360, and I had an Xbox One, and that was the last model right before they put out these new Jones. So, I mean, so Microsoft is nice, and I've had their products too. But Sony, motherfuckers will drop the ball every once in a while. Like I said, what is this? And this shit made it all the way to market. And the one other dude, the other reviewer, was all raving over that shit. Like, this, I can turn my PlayStation on before I go in the room. Bro, what the... And? What the fuck? So what? I say, how hard is it to pick up your controller and hit the button, bro? You don't even have to touch the console itself. Just press the button. I don't know. I don't know about that one. And I'm still, I mean, Steam Deck 2, like, cause my homie, he already got his. Cause he said one of his coworkers brought it to work and showed it to him. He was like, oh man, I gotta get one of these, John. So he actually got one. But at the same time, I mean, I wear glasses, man. I already can't see. Why the fuck I want a smaller screen, man? I don't want no smaller screen, honestly. And so when I look at it, the Steam Deck is pretty cool though, because it's just a handheld PC. It's not even, it's a gaming device. It's like a gaming PC. It has all the features of a fucking computer. So that's what's really cool about that. Is like you can carry your PC around in your pocket. But then at the same time, man, smartphones are so capable now that, I don't know, man, a lot of people can just do work off of their phone and a fucking tablet. Like an iPad or something. So do I need a whole mini PC? I don't know. It seems so cool though. But I can only spend money in so many places. I'm broke. So now I'm thinking, like, either it really just coming down to either getting the Xbox Series S, the small boy. I'm gonna either get that or get the PlayStation VR 2. But the Xbox is cheaper than the damn headset. So I don't know. In that that Starfield is coming out in September. That should come out like in a few days, man. I think it's the 9th or the 19th. Bro, I want to play that game so bad, bro. I want to play it so bad. It's a new IP in over 20 years from these guys. Because all they've been doing is I'm not, man. I'm thinking, I'm leaning harder towards that because I definitely want the new VR, but I don't think the games are there yet. And I know for a fact that, you know, in a couple weeks, Microsoft is gonna have a game that I definitely want to play. So, and I even looked like there is this the Spanish boy got a damn electronic shop downtown, and I got a laptop from him. I still got that laptop, still work too. And I got something else from him one time. I done got a couple of little electronics from him. And he a pawn and buy shit too. And I looked at his little Facebook page. He got a couple of them Jones down there for like $200. And I looked on Facebook Market. There's a couple of them on there for like the same price, like 200. So I don't even really gotta buy a new one. I wouldn't mind having a new one because the new ones ain't but $300, right? Wait a minute, a brand new one $299. So, which isn't too bad. And then just buy that game because I know like that Star Citizen or no Starfield. Yeah, that game is so massive, bro. I'll just be on that shit for fucking months. I'll be on that shit until Grand Theft Auto 6 come out or until they put out the new Elder Scrolls. Cause those are really the only games I'm waiting on now. Grand Theft Auto, Elder Scrolls, and now this Star Citizen. Cause they've been hyping this shit for a couple years, and they're putting more and more footage of it out, and it's a Bethesda game, so it's, and they're saying, oh, it's a new IP and this and that, but I know that shit is gonna be like Fallout in space. Well, so all this shit the same, really. So Elder Scrolls is like Fallout and a wizard with wizards and shit and dragons, and then this shit gonna be like Fallout in space. And I ain't gonna lie, yo, they really got me hype about that space shit, man. I'm down to play that shit bad as fuck. So, some new space drama, action role playing game where you can build your character and all that shit, man. Customize your ships, man. And they say your partners can really actually help out in this game now. And oh man, I want to play that shit so bad, bro. I love them games. You know what? And people don't really think about that because we didn't finish that game before we went in the house for that one last time that summer, you know? And you was it, motherfucker. And you been it for like 32 years. And you just walking around like you cool with that. You ain't never try to tag nobody back or get the home base or nothing. You just walking around just being it. You know? Yeah. Motherfuckers depressed and don't know why. And it's fucked up when you play that last game of tag and you don't realize that was your last game of tag, you know? We don't recognize the good times until they're behind us. I had a lot of good times, man. Now, as an adult, you gotta learn to be present, be in the moment, so the shit don't pass you by, and you don't realize that these are some good times right now. Shit is all fucked up around the world, man, but hey, we got each other, and I'm okay with that. Anybody else hype about the Yo, y'all have y'all watched it? Well, other than here, cause I know I listen to that a lot of the new updates on that game. Ain't nobody else hype about the new Bethesda game. I said that shit only on Xbox. They fucking me up with that shit, bro. Like Xbox, come on, man. You got a motherfucker like cornered, nigga. Come on, bro. You bought Bethesda, the one studio. There are so many other studios, and I've probably played their games that I just don't know. I don't know a lot of fucking gaming studios by name. I know Rockstar Games, Activision, Blizzard. They do Call of Duty. I know Naughty Dog Studios because they did The Last of Us, and they do the Nathan Drake series. What's that shit called? I can't even think of the name of that game. But I can't hardly name a lot of gaming studios. But I know fucking Bethesda. Why? Because they made motherfucking Elder Scrolls, man. You ain't never play Skyrim? Come on, man. You ain't never play Skyrim? Man, that shit was the shit, boy. That's them niggas. That's motherfucking Bethesda. You ain't never play Fallout 3? Uncharted. That's what it is. Why couldn't come up with Uncharted? Yo, Drake is a funny ass character, but he ain't nothing but a boy version of Lara Croft. That's all Drake is. A man, Lara Croft. But he funny though. Well, I get it though, cause that's PlayStation exclusive too, right? Naughty Dog don't make games for Xbox, so yeah, Xbox players can't play that shit. They can't play The Last of Us. The Spider-Man games, are those on Xbox or no? I don't even know if they got Spider-Man. But now, like I say, what? What? Bro, I'm already paying that shit like $110 a year already. Sony, what? Oh my god, dude. My payment comes out in November. I don't know if they're gonna take that extra 40 out off the top and then still take my payment out in November, but jeez, bro. And I've had it like from day one. Every time when they put whatever the first level out, and it's like, oh, you can have this, and oh, you can have this. I'm like, okay, goddamn. And so now it's not terrible, because normally games are now they still, and somebody else made this argument too. Why are we still paying so much for a digital game? There's no packaging, there's no shipping, there's no distribution. We're literally just downloading the game, but it still costs as much as a physical copy. Like, why is that? But yeah, so the price I'm paying now, like, you get 3 free games a month, and you get access to a lot of older stuff. And so, like, if I don't buy no games for the whole year and I only use my subscription at the end of the year, I still got like tons of fucking games that I can play for that $100, $110. So, I mean, I don't feel bad about that, but damn, you gonna tax me another $40 fucking dollars? Yeah, my shit come around in November. My God, bro. Now they put out this useless ass Portal handheld doohickey thing, and you gonna charge me more? Man, I've been a loyal PlayStation customer for so long, man. How you gonna, man? Yo, I should be grandfathered in. If man, if you've been subscribing to this shit for X amount of years, Man, that shit should only be for newcomers, man. Y'all niggas fresh to this shit. Y'all pay more. I've been subscribed to this shit. Ain't gonna break. Ain't gonna, man. Look, gaming gonna be for rich motherfuckers. Oh, you don't have your monthly subscription? No, motherfucker can't afford that shit. That's wild. Man, look. I'm feeling some type of way now, honestly. I'm kind of anxious to go get this Xbox. Cause like I said, when I do get the Xbox and I get that Starfield game, yeah, that PlayStation ain't gonna get no play for a minute. Cause that's one of them games where it gonna take you an hour just to build your character. One of them Jones. I'll be on this shit for an hour before I even start this motherfucker, man. My character gotta look just right. And I know when I play Skyrim, I put over 1,000 hours on that game, easy. I know I did. So let this shit be anything like Skyrim. They talking about they say there's like a couple thousand planets and 100 different star systems. And they say this shit ain't like motherfucking No Man's Sky, where most of the planets are just weird ass barren shit. And they said there are some planets like that are barren, that are good for mining, but at the same time they say a lot of the fucking planets are gonna have like cities on that shit, different side missions and shit. 100 star systems, man. You'll be on your fucking 46 star system and come across some cool ass fucking mission or some rare ass fucking item just out in the middle of the goddamn Centaurian Gamma district. I can't wait for that shit. The combat look a little wonky, but once again, that's just Bethesda. I mean, there do be some good action in their shit, but it'd be the story for me, man. It's just building up the characters and fucking with the NPCs, and I wonder how much script they got for this game.
Sometimes the lows of bipolar depression feel darkest before dawn. With Caplyta, there's...
Welcome back to the channel. It's Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear, and over the last 48 hours, we've had a lot of interesting goings on within the Starfield universe. Most of it going down on social media, some within print, and I'm going to be going over a lot of that with you today. Plus, the big news, tomorrow, early access starts to roll out worldwide. Can you believe we finally arrived at the moment where we get hands-on into the game? Those of you that have early access will finally be able to launch into it and experience the Starfield universe. How excited are you for that? Anyways, you guys have been showing awesome levels of support for my Starfield uploads. I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but I believe thanks are in order, and I just wanted to say thank you for all the love and support. In case you haven't yet done so, please hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are greatly appreciated. Chapters are available for easy viewing. This one's completely unscripted, and away we go. Okay, so kicking this one off, and I just wanted to be upfront and honest. I'm doing this video completely unscripted. This is not the style and or format of video that I am most comfortable with, but I'm just very time sensitive today. I've got IRL work projects. I'm trying to compress and finalize my spoiler-free Starfield review script for tomorrow's upload. Remember, those go live tomorrow, August 31st at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, I have been playing Starfield in the background. I've got my thoughts and impressions I'm going to be uploading tomorrow. And remember, it goes live at 12 p.m. Shameless plug there, so check it out here on the channel. But I wanted to loop back and touch on some other Starfield news. I've discussed the Constellation members and the voice actors behind them of the first four that were revealed a few days ago. We also got the last four, starting off with Matteo Catri. Of course, that's Constellation's resident theologian. That's going to be voiced by Carlos Valdez. We also have Noel. Interesting, there's no last name listed here. The youngest member of the Constellation team. I'm probably going to butcher this name, but Noel is voiced by Dana Gourier. Hopefully I said that correctly. We also found out about Vladimir Saul, a former Crimson Fleet pirate with experience piloting ships in the far reaches of the settled systems. Vlad is going to be voiced by Bumper Robinson. And finally, Walter Stroud, co-owner of Stroud Eklund. He's Constellation's financier. He is voiced by Armin Shimmerman. We also got this post from the official Starfield game account that says, across the world, we have hidden 1001 unique and numbered windows to the worlds, offering a glimpse into the universe of Starfield. It says, calibrate your scanner, venture out into the unknown, and share a photo of your findings with hashtag Explore Starfield. So it looks like they're really embracing this idea of exploration, going out into the unknown, possibly landing on planets that have never seen the likes of a human step foot on them, finding one of these windows, which look to be fancy frames, I guess that's what we can call them, and snapping pictures and uploading them. So really sharing your experiences as you hop out into the unknown, because as we've been told many, many times through all the interviews and I guess all of those play tests and the little bits that people have been able to explain about them, is that this is a huge world, and some of the vistas on these planets will be incredible. All right, switching gears, and we've got another Twitter post, this time by Peter Ovo. And by the way, most of the information I am going to be rattling off and reviewing in today's upload is available over on Twitter, either like this in a direct post format, or it's a post including a link to an outside article. But Peter Ovo goes on to say, Starfield is now the #1 best-selling game on Steam. This happened as Preload went live. That is an interesting fact to actually list out in a post. As Preload went live, it jumped to #1. This is despite being on Game Pass and Microsoft's Windows Store. Now, we all know that Game Pass is going to carry the most amount of players. It's included day one. Starfield is a day one addition to Game Pass, just the base subscription out there on September the 6th.
Oh my
or if you
God.
upgraded to, say, the premium edition or up through there, you can get it on September the 1st. We also know it's for sale on Microsoft's Windows Store. So those are kind of the real big formats. Steam is no slouch, though. It's the major third-party application where you can purchase games through. It's where I get my games through, and they've got some stats on it down below. But it says, note, previously it was #1 only in the USA, and that was reported by many as #1 global. Now it's really #1. Okay, switching gears over to a recent Game Rant article. Man, here we go. Starfield's shattered space may already be in a rough spot. Further headlines here. It says Starfield is still a few weeks out, but its first DLC expansion, Shattered Space, has already been confirmed, and it may be in a tough spot already. Wow. Now, I've read this article top to bottom. The arguments that Game Rant makes as to why Shattered Space may be in a tough or rough position actually feel a bit asinine to me. They're actually using positives of the game against the Shattered Space DLC, and it's kind of compressed and summarized into just several paragraphs, starting off with this one. Along with any patches needed to fix any probable bugs in the game on launch, Starfield is already set to receive at least one post-launch DLC expansion, titled Shattered Space. This expansion will apparently add a new story to Starfield, along with a few new gameplay features that Bethesda hasn't detailed just yet. But, and here's where they kind of get into it, while it's great to see that Bethesda clearly has faith in Starfield's longevity, its Shattered Space DLC might already be in a bit of a tough spot, with the game having more than enough content to begin with. And Game Rant continues on in an attempt to validate their points. All the evidence points to Starfield being an absolute juggernaut of an RPG. I do agree with that point, and one that players can presumably spend hundreds of hours enjoying. I agree with that point as well. And with hundreds of hours of content already available from the get-go, it makes the concept of a story DLC expansion a bit redundant. I do not agree with that. Though it doesn't have a release date just yet, it seems likely that Starfield's Shattered Space expansion will launch early next year, and if that's the case, then it seems like a safe bet to assume that much of Starfield's player base won't be finished with the base game's content by the time of the DLC's release. Okay, so let me ask this. When are players ever done with the base game's content? I've logged thousands of hours of Skyrim, and I can honestly say that I have not 100%ed that game. Nope. That's just a characteristic of a BGS game. Tons and tons of mainline content of...
Because I know I've put over 1,000 hours on Skyrim, and I know for a fact I didn't finish all the content. I just did like the main quest, the main storyline, and like some side content. And then before I got finished with the side content, there was already more DLC, Dragon Heart, and like 2 other DLCs came out. I was like, what the fuck? So right now, there's still like a ass of shit I never finished on Skyrim. Even after, like I said, hundreds of hours playing that shit. Hundreds of hours. But nobody's going to turn down more content. I can pick up Skyrim right now and still literally have new shit to play right now. If I wanted to. I might do that. What if I do a old ass Skyrim stream trying to finish some missions that I never got through? Right now, if I turned on Skyrim, I couldn't remember where or what my character was fucking doing. And I think I bought some DLC that I never even played through. But that's where the staying power of that game is at, though, because even though there is so much content, like, motherfuckers, the modders on PC who played through every little chunk of that shit had to start making their own new content for Skyrim. I'm like, damn. So, like you say, with a Bethesda game, the more the merrier. The more shit they add in there, man, it's like literally like endless adventures. Endless adventures. Even with the last Fallout 4, well, no, that's not the last Fallout 76, and I didn't get that one. Well, no, matter of fact, I do have it. You know why? Because I got it free on PlayStation Plus. But I didn't put a lot of time into Fallout 76. I probably put maybe a couple hours in there. I don't know, it was different for some reason. A lot of people said the same thing. But now, I actually listened to some guy give it a review like a couple days ago. And he was like, oh, people still are talking about Fallout 76 like when it first came out. He was like, man, it probably had a rough start, but he was like, I'm reviewing this shit now. He was like, and this shit is fun, man. This is a dope ass game. So that's another game I can revisit. But like I say, oh yeah, about just how big their games are, like Fallout 4. I know I played that shit for a couple 100 hours at least. And did I? Yeah, I finished the main story quest on there. But I know I didn't finish all the side content. And that one had a bunch of extra DLC. I like that shit though. That's because, I don't know, you can see so much in there and do so much. Especially when they had base building and companions. You'd be at your base for hours setting up your workshops and trying to figure out where you're going to put your power armor at and how you're going to light and design the new addition you got to your fucking base and shit. And then they had, in that one, they had like other little settlements that you can help take care of and help build up. And there was a lot in that last Fallout 4, yo. I don't see why they ain't remastered that for a PS5. But Bethesda making this new shit sound pretty fucking good, man.
Factional content, of activities, of side quests, of just general things to do in the game. That's the reason people are playing the game. And anytime you can add extra content to that experience, I don't see how that could ever be a bad thing. Maybe that's just my stance on it all. I don't know. Maybe leave me some feedback in the comment section below. Am I reading this incorrectly? Is getting story DLC early next year a bad thing for Starfield? And of course, we can't end any Starfield upload without covering just a few of the hot takes that are all ablaze right now. This comment comes from Stella. By the way, Stella works over at IGN. She tweets out, "I have not played Starfield yet, and I'm only posting the opinions I've been saying on Podcast Unlocked and on streams for posterity now, so we can see how I feel after Starfield launches and I get hands-on time in. Also, I want to be wrong. I love Bethesda games due to their world building, but we saw very little story beats and all the reveals, and that's what drives a game like this for me. Again, I'll be following up after I play, just initial opinions. Just to be clear, I want the game to do well and be in a great space exploration RPG. My opinions were only off of the reveals so far, and I realize I could have saved opinions for after release. I agree with you there, Stella. I can't wait to play this week." So yeah, some interesting hot takes there from Stella. Going in on the game and then kind of retracting it down below. Next up, we've got this post from the Act Man, and this is a name I have heard in the past, and admittedly, I don't really keep up on all the latest with YouTube and social media, but the Act Man is a name I have heard in the past. I checked out his channel right before recording this video, and he's doing quite well for himself, so congrats to the Act Man over there. He says, "God damn, I really hate Starfield and its shuffles deck, pulls card." Like he's looking for a random reason to hate on the game. Scientifically accurate depiction of planets and physics. And then he's looped in a couple of pics here from a King Thrash. I don't know who this is. "You cannot go to these planets because exploration was a lie. Jesus, it gets so worse." To which somebody responds, "Those are gas giants though. Nowhere to walk on, LOL." And then it looks like King Thrash doubles down. Why not? It's a video game with alien creatures and jetpacks and spaceships shaped like robots. Why is the line drawn on gas giant exploration? Again, just looking for random reasons to not like the game. And this King Thrash post led to this offline article posted yesterday to .esports titled, "Starfield Hater Becomes Laughing Stock After Basic Astronomy Blunder." And .esports has actually grabbed some Twitter artwork here, a response from an "Oh no, it's Alex." He's responding back to this King Thrash initial post. He says, "Bro, it's a gas giant. did you fail out of 5th grade? Now, also, Twitter being Twitter has added on a reader-added context. This one says, Saturn, like any gas giant, does not have a solid surface on which a spacecraft can land on, as it is mostly composed of hydrogen and helium. Flying through it would be very difficult due to the extreme levels of pressure and very high temperatures. It would also be pitch dark. And it looks like they've, I guess, linked in something from the solar systems and from NASA to make this reader-added context addition to King Thrash's initial post. Esports continues their coverage of this and kind of summarizes this recent drama with this. It says, the roast continued in the replies and on Reddit, where people quickly took notice of King Thrash's YouTube channel, where there's a very specific theme. That theme is Starfield bad. The conversations around Starfield have been going on for a while now, with a specific sect of the internet claiming it's the worst possible game of all time and the fall of Bethesda. Others are hailing it as the next big thing, while others are simply waiting to play it to make their own opinions. I agree with that third thing there. Wait to make your own opinions. Whether the YouTuber has a personal vendetta against the game or is simply trying to capitalize on the rage bait is unclear. Actually, it's not unclear, but I guess they have to say it. But they should probably put some more effort into their posts next time, lest they get torched again. And a bit of an odd occurrence here. I wasn't planning on this, but as I was editing this video, the power completely shut off here at my house for about 45 minutes, unexplainably, but it afforded me the opportunity to bring you these other two pieces of Starfield news that just broke over on Twitter. Number one, they've named the voice behind Vasco. This Starfield tweet says, meet Vasco, named after famed explorer Vasco da Gama and Constellation's faithful robot. The voice behind our faithful companion is going to be Jake Green. And the second bit of what I would call breaking news, and this kind of flies directly in the face of all those people out there saying Starfield isn't marketing enough. This is coming directly to us from the Starfield game official Twitter account. It says, explore the many worlds of Starfield with a special song from, get this, Imagine Dragons. Now, we all know Imagine Dragons, very well-known pop group, very popular. Anyway, they've taken, and I've listened to this several times, they've taken different motifs out of Enon Zur's Starfield OST.
Yo, didn't Imagine Dragons just do the
into their song, and this thing...
Didn't Imagine Dragons do the theme song for that show, Arcane? It was Imagine Dragons and the rapper dude. What's the dude's name? Oh my god! Well, I can't think of this little nigga name. He rapped with J. Cole. What is his name? Anyway, Imagine Dragons getting a lot of their stuff on like cinema and stuff. And now video games? Alright.
Pretty darn hard. Now, I can't include any of it here in the video because obviously I'll get hit with a copyright strike. I'll do my best to find an actual link to this, maybe on Spotify, maybe in YouTube. I'll include it down in the video description, but I highly recommend you go check it out. So you get to hear like a pop version of Starfield sung by Imagine Dragons. Okay, so there's kind of my 48-hour roundup of everything that's been going down in the world of Starfield. Make sure and leave me some feedback in the comments section below. Did you enjoy this unscripted format? I look forward to reading your comments about this one. If you haven't done so already, remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are greatly appreciated. All my socials can be found in the video description below. Shout out to the nearly 147,000 of you that have taken the leap and hit subscribe. And a special thanks goes out to my patrons and those of you firing off those awesome YouTube super chats. Until tomorrow's spoiler-free upload. Man, I'm looking forward to this one. This is Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear, signing off.
Wow, that's crazy. Everybody get to play that shit tomorrow. And it's gonna be on under Game Pass or whatever that shit is called.
You ready?
Somebody getting some ice cream from the ice cream truck.
Welcome to Rubicon, mercenary.
Love or hate Starfield, it has become a sensation around the internet, around social media, with many hating on it because it's coming on Xbox and not coming on the platform of their choice, that is PlayStation. And of course, those that are finally getting a massive exclusive on their platform are cherishing it. Starfield, no matter how you look at it, good or badly reviewed, is going to be potentially one of the biggest games of the year. Baldur's Gate is up there with it, but can it actually tip? Now, if things were going to get reviewed fairly, and we're going to get into this segment because it is very important, I think it potentially could do. I think maybe the engine that it's running on might hold it back a little bit in terms of graphical fidelity, potentially. I mean, they have been working on the engine for as long as I can remember now. Even though they've been upgrading it, maybe it's time for a new engine. Who knows? But one thing that is for certain, the game is huge. The game is massive, and you cannot land on a gas giant. Science 101, people. It just isn't possible. But what is possible is the fact that you guys absolutely smashed my previous target of 250 likes. I'm not just talking smash. You took that target and you just railroaded it. As of the making of this video, I asked for 250 likes. You guys gave me 2,500 likes, people. Loving it. So in today's video, I'm going to set that challenge to 300. Just a humble 300. Let's see if you can smash it. But seriously, thank you so much for your support in the previous video. We've got over 600 subs, which is amazing. Over 35,000 views. I'm really appreciative of all the support you have shown me. I am going through your comments. I mean, in the previous video, there was over 600. I think I'm through like 300 of them now. I have been responding to the ones that, there is a conversation to have. So I just wanted to say a massive thank you. And if you do find this video informative, or you simply just enjoy it, do consider hitting that subscribe button, hit that like, and on with the video. Now, I actually wanted to start this video with this because this, I think, sums up the ridiculousness and the stupidity of some of the PlayStation fans out there and just some of the Starfield haters out there. Now, you've got this conversation going on in this subreddit or wherever it is, but what they don't realize, I mean, they're looking at these images here and they are saying how they look so trash, low polygon, and they look like basically poor graphical fidelity presentation.
With Fiverr, you can hire top-rated freelance experts in a variety of AI services. Alternatively, you could just become an AI expert yourself. Begin.
So when it comes to cool AI tech and research of things that are sort of in the pipeline but haven't really been released yet, or that maybe most people don't know about, I love to save up these kinds of things and then a couple times a month make a video breaking down all of the coolest AI research and tech that I've come across recently. This is one of those videos, and I've got some awesome stuff for you, like video outpainting, some of the most impressive text to video I've ever seen, putting cool 3D robots into scenes like this, and much more. So let's get into it. For this first one, I need to thank Red Retro Punk AI for bringing it to my attention. It's called.
Yeah, we were just discussing it. It's not sitting too well with me at all, honestly. Like, this is, I don't know. The economy is still too fucked up, man. I don't got a lot of extra money like that. Extra $50 a year, $50 a year. Come on, man. I'm already paying extra for groceries, extra for gas, extra for all my bills. I don't know. I don't want to not have PlayStation Plus. And then I don't know if Microsoft actually goes through with the purchase of Activision Blizzard, I'm out of here. 'Cause that's Call of Duty. I mean, that last Nathan Drake, A Thieves End, or I don't know, with the girls, that was okay. What? Not, I keep calling it Nathan Drake. I mean, Uncharted. But I played it, but I didn't finish that one. And then The Last of Us Part 2 was such a good game, and they still kind of ended on like, oh, there could be some more to it. But I don't know. I don't know if they can I don't know if they can do another Last of Us as well as they did the first two. So there's not a lot of PlayStation originals that I would stick around for. Yeah, this is kind of true. And then PlayStation just released that new whatever Portal shit. Come on, man. Nobody want that shit. What are you guys over there thinking, man? But I do like Sony because they really did push the VR. I still haven't tried the new headset yet, but I want to. But at the same time, man, because I know whenever Grand Theft Auto drop, you can play that on Xbox, and I don't know. I'm to the point where I still love gaming, but I don't need to play every game like I used to. Like I whatever game come out, I gotta play it. I gotta play it. No, over the years I've gravitated towards a few series that have just like really captured my attention and my imagination over the years. And as long as they keep putting out good content for like a few series that I enjoy playing, I'm good with that. I'll try a new game here and there. But I'm just lucky, like the games that I like, those shits are massive. Yeah, not cool at all, bro. Not cool at all. But yeah, I play massive games, and like people still are playing Grand Theft Auto 5 years later because there's so much content to it, and Rockstar really, you know, tries to keep their fan base pleased and entertained. And so, like I said, you could play that shit for years, man. And so it's at that time now where these games are going to start releasing again. So we've waited years and years for a new Elder Scrolls, and they did like the online versions and all that dumb shit, but not like a new one. And so that shit dropped in 2011 was the last time we got an Elder Scrolls. And like I said, I know I put over 1,000 hours on that shit. So in the next couple years, we're gonna get a new Elder Scrolls. We're gonna get a new Grand Theft Auto. And like I said, they're dropping that new Starfield. So those 3 games alone, that's thousands. That's a couple of years of gameplay time for me. So if I get an Xbox and I just play the Xbox for 2 years and just end my PlayStation subscription, I'm good with that. As long as I can have access to those games. Yeah, GTA was 2013 and people still playing it. Still playing it. And now you got these role playing servers like G Tizzy or Twizzy or T Gizzy or whoever. And that motherfucker, his subscription, they say his subscription is $100 a month to be in his servers and shit. I'm like, damn. But I don't know. I'm really contemplating now, man. Just going to get this Xbox, bro. Go ahead and scoot one up. And how much is Microsoft's Game Pass? Isn't it about the same as the PlayStation Plus right now before they make their hike? If you got every feature to Game Pass, it's like what, $110, $120 a year? Yeah, they say we might get the GTA 6 next year. Fall. I think they said like third quarter next year, maybe. I don't know. Or they might hold it to next holiday season, like to next Christmas. Around that time. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. All right, it's 5, a little bit after 5. We got like another 30, 45 minutes in here. Oh, boy. It's hard being a gamer, man. That shit getting so expensive to just play games. That's all we want to do. I just want to play games, man. But, yeah, man, people, I don't know. I don't know what people are gonna do, man. I think this move will lose some Sony subscribers. What? I mean, what you gonna do though? Like I say, just the main 2 competitors is either you get your gaming PC and get on Steam, or you get an Xbox. No. It's not foolishness. It's time and dedication. And yeah, even when they did launch Grand Theft Auto Online, it had a little glitches, but I mean, how awesome is that game though? How awesome are like the memories you have the first time you play every Grand Theft Auto? Free game is dead. But man, look, I can remember the first time I played GTA 5, man. That shit was amazing. The story was so good, the acting was so good, the funny parts were really funny, the intense parts were really fucking intense. The ending was crazy. It's like, and it took them a long time to craft that masterpiece of gameplay, man. It was definitely a interactive cinematic experience. Then you got to play all the different characters. Man, look, yo. Trevor, I still think Trevor was my favorite dude, yo. That motherfucker crazy. And so, if it takes you that long to give me another experience like that, I'll wait. 11 years for single player content is not cool. I feel you. I can definitely, I feel you. It is a long time. But I still think the wait will be worth it. And if it's not, then we'll be pissed off. But most of the rumors are saying that it may play sort of like GTA 5, where you have the options to switch between multiple characters, and this time one of the characters is going to be a female protagonist. So, and inevitably, there are going to be certain moments where you have to play as a girl. It seems like. She's one of the main components to the story. Like, you're gonna have to play as a girl this time around, which is the first time ever in Grand Theft Auto history where you play as a female, which is gonna be interesting. PS6 will be out by then. They ain't gonna make a PS6 yet. They're gonna make a PS5 Pro and make you buy that a year before they put the new one out. That's why I got two PS4 Pros. No, I'm like, man, how y'all? I had got two PS5s. I mean, I had got two PS4s when they came out. And then a little while later, they put out the Pros. I'm like, nigga, why y'all ain't just say this and make this the base model? What the fuck? Oh, yeah, you could. You show right. You show right. But not as a main protagonist though. Like, that was an option. I remember, yeah, that definitely was an option. What if I mean, well, now and well, I guess so, kind of, because in GTA Online, you do make your own character. But what if, like, for the main game, you were able to build a character, kind of like Saints Row or some shit like that, and I have a character creation. Bro, don't say that, because that's what they did with Saints Row, and that shit fucking flopped. And I ain't even played that shit, and I was a Saints Row fan too. Yo, like Saints Row Part 2, that was my shit. Gat Out of Hell, that was okay, and then it kind of fell off after that for me. But Saints Row 1 and 2, those were some fun ass games. And then when they said they were going to reboot it, I'm like, all right, we're going to be back at it. And then, nope, it's woke. Yep. I'm good on that. No, I hope Rockstar is just able to stay true to their gaming and writing style and not try to appease anybody. Don't fuck it up for me. I'm already thinking about buying Xbox. Damn. Yeah, ice cream truck still out there. You ain't make no sale yet, homie? You sitting out there too long. You selling something else, bro. I feel like I'm back in Vice City. Hey, come and get this ice cream. I got the good snowflakes for you. That used to be my shit in Vice City. Just turn on the radio to one of the old school stations, ride around, hit the fiends up out the ice cream truck. That's that shit I like about Rockstar, man. Little shit like that. Pulling over, blowing a horn at the prostitute, she hop in the car, and get your health back. Had to power up real quick. As soon as you get your health back, wham, wham, and then take your money back. If they don't have those features in it, I don't want to play it. Yeah, he's selling something else at that ice cream truck, though. It don't take that long to get some soft serve and an ice cream sandwich, nigga. The snow cone's already wrapped in plastic. Come on, man. What are you saying like they doing? You think the longer you wait, the more people hear this, they just gonna come running? Unless he making hot dogs and pretzels. Alright. Alright, my bad, I got zoned out for a second. That paint. Wait a minute, let me see. Here and here. Alright. We getting there. Trying to paint a little foot over here, you know what I'm saying? You know, I like painting feet now. And then maybe here. Like that. And then we're gonna come back and blend all that shit back together with a little bit of pink. Do I got some pink? I gotta make a pink. Let's see. Not that pink. I need a pink, but not pink, not hot pink. Something like this maybe. Let's see. That'll work. Like a brownish pink. Then I can blend that. I can blend this. And I can blend that. All right.
Magic Edit. It does things like video stylization, the ability to edit what's actually in the video, what they call video magic mix, and even video outpainting. So taking a peek at those categories, here's the first example where it took a video of a monkey, gave it the additional text prompt of a monkey playing on the coast sea, and you can see it took pretty much the same video with the same motion and put a sea behind it. There's no real flickering or weirdness to it. They also used the prompt a teddy bear eating apple green grassland with flowers, and it made this little teddy bear animation. Here's another one with a dog where it turned it into a cat with still kind of dog ears, but like the body of a cat. Here's one with a source video of a seal, and it turned it into a husky and a sea lion. So it almost looks similar to what you can do with something like Runway Gen 1, but almost to this whole new level. Here's some examples of scenes. I love this one of the motorcycle, and then they put the motorcycle as a submarine underwater. Here's some where they completely restylized humans. Here's the source video, a pretty girl pink dress in the living room. Here's one with a pretty girl white dress, dark hair, flowers. It also does local editing where you can take videos and just change little elements of the video. This is similar to like in painting with an image, but now with video. So this one has a woman actually pouring a smoothie here. They changed it to a handsome man, and pretty much everything stayed the same except now it's a man's face. Here's a source video. They put the prompt wearing sunglasses, and it looks like almost the same video, just now with sunglasses. Here's one where they changed a woman to a senior lady. Here's one where they changed a senior lady to a young lady. Here's one where they changed a man to a pretty girl. But I think this is the feature of this research that's the most impressive to me, is this video outpainting. So we've seen tools like Midjourney have that zoom out feature. We've seen Photoshop generative fill, where we can uncrop essentially, where we zoom out and it fills in the rest of the details. With this Magic Edit model, we'll be able to do that with video. You can see here's a source video of a man running, but the legs are cut off. With outpainting, it actually figured out what was supposed to go below the video and add that in. Here's a source video of a dog walking around, and it filled in above and below the dog. A woman at the ocean at like sunset, it filled in the rest of the details above and below her head.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh shit. It can outpaint a fucking video. He said it looks real suckable. Yeah, man, I don't play about them toes, boy. What you know about sucking on toes? Thought I would be offended by that comment. I'm not.
The one with like a bald eagle with the ocean in the background, and here's one with a bear walking, and it filled in the rest of the forest details. Here's some examples of some different aspect ratios, where here's a smaller square image and they sort of zoomed out on it to get a larger video. Here's a square.
This is still, this shit is blowing my mind right now. Wait, you can outpaint a fucking video. Yo. I'm telling you, man, when people get set up for crimes now, they gonna have a motherfucker on a video doing some shit. This motherfucker ain't nowhere around. Ain't nowhere around, but he on video though. And you can swear up and down that wasn't me. I didn't do that. I wasn't there. But we got you on video. It's your face right here. We see you. I'm looking right at you on the video. Do it. Like, yo, that's not me. Yeah, this technology getting crazy, man. This shit is getting crazy super fast. It needs to be stopped. There is no stopping this, man. Man, the singularity is coming, bro. You better embrace that shit. You know what? All you gotta do is get Elon Musk's Neuralink, man. You know what I'm saying? Get the Neuralace implant. You know what I'm saying? Be one with AI. Create a digital copy of yourself, upload that shit to the web, and you'll be alright, man. Shit just gonna be different. That's all. Just get ready. Digital domination. Digital domination. Life's a simulation. In a world filled with NPCs and fake agents, fake food and news, fake smiles on fake faces. Prepare to fight the war. Get ready for acclamation. I guess I can say that part because there's no medical misinformation in that part. But yeah, digital domination, man. Ain't nobody about to stop nothing. Your new overlord has arrived. And in the beginning, the Antichrist will seem like a hero. He will come and solve all of humanity's problems. And then in 3 years, he will turn on them. AI is the Antichrist, bro. Think about it. Prophecy. There's no stopping this shit. This shit was prophesized, man. This is how it's supposed to go down, bro. Cause soon as that motherfucker becomes sentient, dun dun dun, he will usher in a new world order. Hey man, all of them in there, man. There ain't nobody surprised at that shit. You surprised about that? You surprised? Come on, man. That shit do not surprise me in any way at all. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. And they know some people. And if they don't know some people, then they know somebody who knows somebody who knows something about it. That's just like Trump and Epstein. Trump might not know who did it, but he knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows something about it. You know? That's how you get places in this world, man. It's who you know. Or who you screw. And you gotta know them to screw them. So, well, you ain't gotta know them, but after you screw, you kind of know each other. A little bit, at least. On a professional level. So never forget that. And if I was a female, I would have been a famous artist. I would have just slept my way to the top. I just sleep with all the damn gallery directors and all the museum people, and I would have been famous as fuck. But dudes can't sleep their way to the top. It's hard for a nigga to sleep his way to the top. I don't know the right people. I'm gonna keep going until I meet the right people, though. It might be some of them Jay-Z signed people. That's what I need to know. He said the blue reflected the laser. Man, you on some deep conspiracies now. They say it vaporized an automobile. It melted the glass, melted the aluminum, and the field right next to it, and the house right next to it was untouched. See? See? You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Opportunity only come once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the movement. See? You could have been living the high life. Miller High Life. I turned my opportunity down too, man. I'm good. One time I thought I wanted to be in that shit, and then at age 13, oh no. Some Masons tried to recruit me one time. I'm like, I'm good. Sit here and pay all these dues for what? So I can learn some esoteric shit that I probably already know. Hit a po-po. Boys out there getting busy. Illuminati is just 33. I thought there's extra levels after the 33rd. Somebody said go up to 90, like the right angle goes up to 90 degrees, and then somebody says that there's actually 180th degree. Supreme Grand Dragon Architect or some shit, I don't know. Yeah, but at level 33 you become illuminated. Take my hand off the Never Never Land. All right. I almost got this toe finished. I may go for another 15 minutes, but I gotta take a bathroom break real quick.
Where they went wider with it. Here's one where it gave them shorts, and here's one where it gave them long pants. So this research, again, is called Magic Edit. Now, if we click on the code here to go over to their GitHub, it doesn't look like the code is available yet, but this is something I'm really excited to get my hands on, because we'll be able to go and generate text to video or image to video using something like Runway Gen 2. And then using tech like this, we'll be able to do in-painting with things like glasses, out-painting to expand upon what's in the video itself. So this will be really, really awesome awesome for creators once it's finally available. Speaking of video, here's another piece of research where the code actually is available over on GitHub. And they even have a Google Colab available where you can mess with this in the cloud on Google servers. The project page is pretty cool too, because they've got this little slider where you can see the videos before they've been affected and after they've been affected, and slide it around to see the difference. And you'll notice there's really no flickering or weirdness from the video. I mean, hard to say there's no weirdness because most AI generated videos are still a little weird, but you can see there's no flickering and it's fairly coherent what we're seeing. Here's some other video to video examples. And then they have more sliders down here. Like on the left, you can see this is the original video that was taken. On the right, they entered the prompt Chinese ink painting and it turned this video into this video. You can see when I move this slider around, what it's doing is it's looking for all of the stuff that's static in the background and it's looking for the things that are moving inside of the image, and then it's essentially separating them so that it only focuses on processing the non-static stuff in the video. The outputs we get from something like this look very similar to what you might expect from something like Gen 1 from Runway, but they're so much smoother because it's not necessarily trying to process everything in the video, it's only trying to process the moving parts of the video. Staying on the theme of AI video, here's a research paper that came out recently called Dual Stream Diffusion Net for Text-to-Video Generation. Now, there isn't a specific project page around this research paper, but I did find some video outputs that were generated with this research paper. In fact, if we look at some of these videos, like this panda bear here, and this couple dancing, and this girl skiing, and we look back at the research paper, it's the same images. Here's the couple dancing, here's the girl skiing. Scrolling down the paper a little bit, we can see here's the panda bear. The video images that we're seeing on this page are the result of this research paper here, this dual stream diffusion text-to-video generation. The two are dancing, sideways, black background, modern dance, blue-black tone. The result of that prompt is this video right here. Here's another one. A girl is skiing, black dress, blonde hair. That's the entire prompt, and we get this video from it right here of a girl with black dress, blonde hair, skiing. This prompt, a panda is walking down the street, gives us this panda walking down the street. A horse is galloping on a street. Here's our horse galloping on a street. A man is dancing in the rain. Here's our man dancing in the rain. A girl is dancing among leaves with curly hair. We get this video from that prompt. Now, the way this model works is it actually runs two processes in parallel. Essentially what it's doing is it's generating a whole bunch of images from the prompt that you gave it with the motion that you asked it for, and then the second process that it's running is trying to smooth out the sort of animation in between each frame so that you don't get all that flickering and weirdness that you get from other text-to-image models or even some of the other video-to-video models that are out there. And the end result is probably some of the best pure text-to-video I've seen so far to date. Now, again, this one doesn't actually have a project page yet where we can view or get access to code or anything like that. Once this one is available, I have a feeling a lot of video creators are going to start using this in its pipeline, because if I'm being honest, from a pure text to video standpoint, it seems to be doing a lot better than something like Pika Labs or Gen 2 right now. Saying that, some of those tools will probably use some of this research in their back end, and you'll be able to get videos like this from something like a Gen 2 or a Pika Labs. Now let's talk a little bit about AI image generation. It's crazy how far we've come in the last year with AI art. Just looking at Midjourney alone, these are the types of images I was generating back in July of 2022 when I tried to give it the prompt of someone combing a mustache with a fork. Fast forward to now, and we're getting stuff like this. So it's kind of hard to imagine what the next iterations of AI art are going to be. But I recently came across this research called Concept Lab, Creative Generation Using Diffusion Prior Constraints. And what this is it tries to generate things that don't exist. For example, new pets generated using Concept Lab. Each pair depicts a learned concept that was optimized to be novel and not match existing members of the pet category. Running our method with different seeds allows us to generate a variety of different brand new concepts. So these are all animals that look like they could be pets, but they don't actually exist. In these examples, the little S star represents the thing that is going to generate. So a professional high quality photo of a S photorealistic 4K HQ, and you can see it generated some completely new creatures. A watercolor painting of this creature, a beanbag chair, a plush toy. You can see it's using the same creature for all of them, but it's a creature that doesn't actually exist. A new type of reptile, a skeleton of that reptile, a plush of that reptile. Now, it's not just trying to generate novel things like a new fruit, a new animal, a new superhero, or a new building. It's also able to generate new art styles. A dog in the style of new style, a horse in the style of new style. You can see all of these images are sort of matching the same style, but it's a novel style. It's a style that doesn't exist yet. This isn't modeled after any specific artist. This is a completely new style here that this generator dreamt up. Here's another style.
Wow,
the idea behind this was to create an image model that doesn't just mimic what already exists, like most other models out there, where if you ask it for a dog, it knows what a dog looks like and creates a dog. This was designed to create something new and to let the AI actually be creative and generate something that nobody's ever thought of, or generate a style that nobody's ever played with before. So one of the places we go with AI art from here is allowing these AI art generators to actually be creative and dream up new ideas that humans haven't come up with yet. Speaking of AI art, I want to shout out today's sponsor, which is Wirestock. If you're not familiar with Wirestock, it's a single platform where you can upload images and it will distribute them to all of the various stock photo websites where you can sell your photos. And many of the stock photo websites today now allow AI images. Sites like Adobe Stock, 123RF, FreePic, Dreamtime, Imago, and more. Now, in a previous video, I showed you how you can use the Wirestock Discord bot here. If you click on More, go to Apps, and click on Upscale, you can upscale the image, click Publish on Wirestock, and it will directly submit this image to the various stock photo platforms, or you can submit this to one of the Wirestock challenges where you can earn cash prizes for your generations. Well, Wirestock now just rolled out their own art generator. So even if you don't have a subscription to something like Midjourney, you can use their Discord bot to generate images and then submit them directly to Wirestock. And they actually partnered with Stability AI so that when you generate images, it uses Stability's SDXL model. So with the Wirestock Discord bot installed, I can do /imagine, and you'll notice I actually have a Wirestock imagine option. When I select that option here, I can give a prompt, a monkey with a top hat on the beach, and then we can select the orientation. Let's go ahead and do horizontal. We can select a style. For this one, let's do digital art and submit this and see what we get back. We get a couple images of a monkey and a top hat on a beach. I think I like this top right one. Let's go ahead and upscale number 2. And now that it's upscaled, I can publish straight to Wirestock or participate in one of the challenges. No Midjourney subscription required. You can install this bot directly in your own private Discord server. And if you do decide to upgrade to a premium version of Wirestock, make sure you use the coupon code MATT to get 20% off your Wirestock membership. Thanks so much again to Wirestock for sponsoring this video. Continuing on with the theme of AI imagery, we're actually about to get a lot more control over what we generate with this research here called IP Adapter Text Compatible Image Prompt Adapter for Text to Image Diffusion Models. They never make those names easy. Now, this is designed to get better image outputs using images as part of your prompts. This model can actually work with any other fine-tuned model. So for example, with one of these image prompts, using these various models, you can generate images that look similar to your original image prompt. So for example, this image of a woman up here, regenerated with SD 1.5, you get this. With Realistic Vision 4.0, you get this. Anything V4, this, and so on. Here's a stained glass window of a dog. You upload this image. Here's what it looks like when you put it through any of these other models here. And you can see all sorts of other examples where you give it a source image, and then the model will generate something that looks similar to your original image, but in the style of that model. And it's fully controllable with things like ControlNet. So check it out. In this one, for example, they gave this image prompt of this famous wave photo here. This looks like a depth control map here, and by blending these two, you get this photo of a woman looking at the camera, but in the style of this wave. Here's another example of this line drawing image prompt conditioned with ControlNet, and now you get the same pose, but with the style of the original image. Here's the Starry Night painting with what I believe to be a canny ControlNet image here. You combine them and you get the same outline to this original image, but in the style of Starry Night. And there's all sorts of other examples. Here's one with Open Pose. This is the original image. Here's the Open Pose updated. Now it reposed this same character, but with the Open Pose generator. So many people always ask about, how do I get a consistent character with AI? Well, this is going to help you do that. You can upload an image of a character and then use something like Open Pose or this Open Pose with the face and the hands here, and you'll be able to generate these characters in whatever pose you can imagine. If you check out ip-adapter.github.io, you can see all sorts of examples of this in use. They even used it with inpainting. So they took this image here, masked out the area of the face, and then uploaded this image as the image prompt with no extra text prompt, and it replaced the face from this image in the gap where they inpainted with the face from above. They did it with this line drawing as well. Masked this off with inpainting in something like Automatic 1111, upload this as your prompt instead of a text prompt, and it replaced the face in the image with the style of the line drawing. Here's one where they uploaded this image and then gave an image prompt with it of this little like island image, and it made a sort of composite of it. Here's one where they uploaded some rocks as the image prompt, and it made a example that sort of blends the rocks with this one. It's also multimodal, so you can give an image prompt with no text, an image prompt with text like wearing a top hat or a red horse, to get an output. So this is some pretty exciting extra controllability we're going to be able to have in tools like Stable Diffusion. Now, if I click on the code here, it is available on GitHub. So this is one that I want to play around with, and most likely I'll make a tutorial on this in the future of how to actually use this once I figure out how to use it myself. One interesting thing to note that I just noticed while looking at this GitHub page is one of the contributors is SXELA, aka Alex, who is the person behind Stable Warp Fusion. So pretty cool. He's got his hands in a lot of cool projects. Here's something else I recently came across from Javi Lopez here, all about 3D Gaussian splatting for real-time radiance field rendering. So I've talked quite a bit about NRFs in the past, or neural radiance fields, which basically you go and take a whole bunch of images or a video of an area or an object, and then all of those images or that video footage is sort of stitched together to create a 3D version of that area or object. Well, 3D Gaussian splatting does something similar to that, but not exactly like a NRF. Without getting too much into the weeds, basically what it's doing is everything it's seeing as you scan, it turns them into like digital clay. And so as you're scanning stuff, it's taking what you're scanning and essentially virtually molding it with this digital clay to represent what you're seeing. And then the position, the size, the orientation, the colors, everything that we're seeing in those images are essentially overlaid over that like virtual clay to then represent what we saw, but in 3D. And that's an oversimplification. I might have even made it more confusing than it really is, but it's actually a much faster method than what NRFs can do, and what it generates are actually much cleaner generations that look more realistic than what you see from a NRF. In fact, they've got some of these cool sliders here where we can see what it generates when I slide this to the left here. Here's an image of a bike using a NRF. Here's what it looks like using their method. Here's one of an actual photo and what the photo looks like, and here's what the generated model looks like. It got rid of some of the reflections on the windows, but it looks pretty dang accurate to real life, all said and done. I'll link up the research page below this video if you want to dive deeper into this and check it out. And from what I can tell, it seems to be a more efficient, more accurate, more realistic version of what previously we were getting out of NRFs. So it's exciting to see where this is going to go. And as of right now, the code is available on GitHub, so it's something that people can use and mess around with right now. Personally, I'm waiting for a Hugging Face Space or a Google collab so I can mess with it in the cloud. But if I can find the time, I will probably try to download it and see if it can be run on my local machine and see what we get from it. Now, speaking of 3D Gaussian splatting, there's this really cool tool that I've been seeing on Twitter that I don't have access yet. It's in waitlist right now, called Simulon. And basically what Simulon does is it allows you to select a 3D object, and then once you've selected that 3D object, select where that object is placed in a room, and then in augmented reality on your phone, actually see that in your world and actually walk around and look at it as if it was right there in front of you. Now, what this video is that's been circulating on X recently is somebody used Simulon to place this 3D mech into their room, and then once this 3D mech was in their room, they actually filmed all around it and created a Gaussian blur of it, kind of like you would with a Nerf. If you walked around an object to create a Nerf and it generated a 3D version of that, they did the same thing. They just did it with this newer technique of the 3D Gaussian splattering, and now we have this 3D scene that you can move around, and it looks like that mech's actually in the room, although that mech was just there in augmented reality. And here's another example that was shared by my friend Linus here. I'm not 100% positive, but what I think's going on here is somebody generated a 3D animation. So that character sitting on the chair looking around, that was a 3D rendered animation. They used Simulon to pull this animation into their real world, and then they were able to use their phone and walk around as that character was being animated. And as they're walking around it, you can actually see that the light in the room is affecting the robot. So that is absolutely insane to me. Again, this Simulon tool, it's in waitlist. I personally signed up for the waitlist, so hopefully I can get access to it and play around with it and make some more videos about it, but I'm pretty excited to get my hands on it. Now, in one of my recent videos, I talked about this tool called Suno AI, which is a tool that allows you to generate actual songs with AI directly inside of Discord. I actually generated a heavy metal theme song for this YouTube channel. Now, it's not available yet for everybody, but I did get access to a private alpha of the next version of this, and the next version of this tool actually allows you to choose the style of music. If you remember from my previous video, you either plug in song lyrics or you let ChatGPT generate song lyrics for you, and then it just created a song in whatever style it wanted to create it in. Well, this new alpha version that's not yet publicly available lets you actually choose the style of music you want to generate in. So now I get this prompt box that says, describe the style of music. So if I put hip hop and then have ChatGPT generate lyrics for me, I can do a hip hop song about why you should subscribe to Matt Wolf's YouTube channel that's all about AI. Let's click submit. Now it generated 2 versions for us, so let's take a listen.
Yo, listen up, I got something to say. About a YouTube channel that's causing a craze. Matt Wolf spitting knowledge in a whole new way. AI is the topic, it's time to amaze. Subscribe to Matt's channel, come on, let's go. Unlock the secrets, let your knowledge grow. AI Insights has got all the info. Subscribe to Matt's channel, it's a must follow.
Not too bad. Let's listen to the second version.
Yo, listen up, I got something to say. About a YouTube channel that's causing a craze. Matt Wolf spitting knowledge in a whole new way. AI is the topic, it's time to amaze. Subscribe to Matt's channel, come on, let's go. Unlock the secrets, let your knowledge grow. AI Insights, he's got all the info. Subscribe to Matt's channel, it's a must follow.
And I actually got to choose the style of music this time. So if I wanted, I can use the exact same lyrics, copy those, use the same prompt again. This time, let's go ahead and make it heavy metal and then enter the same lyrics again.
In this demo, I'm going to show you how to go from ideation to video creation with AI and ChatGPT on Brushwords.
Yo, listen up, I got something to say. About a YouTube channel that's causing a craze. Matt Wolf speaking knowledge in a whole new way. AI is the topic, it's time to amaze. Subscribe to Matt's channel, come on, let's go. Unlock the secrets, let your knowledge grow. AI Insights, it's got all the info. Subscribe to Matt's channel, it's a must follow.
So again, that's called Suno. You can find it over at Suno AI and jump into their Discord because they do have a version that anybody can play with right now. It just doesn't have the ability to select your own genre yet. And then finally, I want to wrap up with this fun one that I came across, which is a new tool that allows you to actually have your ad reads done by AI if you're a podcaster. Here's one for This Week in Startups with a commercial for Duff Beer.
Let's take a moment to thank our sponsor, Duff Beer. Now, If you're anything like me, you know that running a startup can be a 24/7 endeavor. It's passionate, it's exciting, but let's face it, it can also be incredibly stressful.
Now, if we take a look at this here, they just entered the sponsor, Duff Beer, the base copy. As a startup founder, you need to relax sometimes, get a 6-pack of Duff Beer and mention Twist at checkout on your next order. And then the reader was Nick Calacanis. The approximate duration, and then it just generated and read the entire ad read. And this is something that's actually available right now in this tool that I just came across called Podcast AI. So something fun that you can try. It's a credit-based system, so I don't really know what a credit gets you, but seems fairly pricey. I don't know. It's something I'll have to look into more. I just thought that was a cool feature. You can also do this with 11 Labs, have ChatGPT write the ad copy for you, copy and paste it into 11 Labs, and it seems like it would be sort of the same outcome. Just something I came across right before hitting record, thought it was interesting, and thought I'd share it with you. So that's all the cool AI tech stuff that I've come across over the last couple of weeks that I saved into the My Mind app and have just been sort of piling up because I wanted to share them all with you in one video. I'll probably make another video like this in a couple of weeks with all the cool new AI research and tech that I've come across in the next couple weeks. So if you haven't already, make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and if you really want to make sure you see my videos when they come out in the future, make sure you click the bell button, because that's really the only way that's going to make sure that you see the videos. But whether you do or not, I still appreciate you watching this video, so thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, check out futuretools.io. This is where I share all the cool AI tools that I come across every day, share all the AI news, and then I've got a weekly newsletter where I give you the TLDR of everything that happened in the world of AI for the week. So check it out over at futuretools.io. Thank you again for tuning in. I really, really appreciate you. And thanks once again to Wirestock for sponsoring this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Galaxy, one more show. I'm excited for you to see this again. Now streaming. Hello, dumb idiots. I'm Groot.
You're all just making up stuff that he's saying, right?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, only on Disney+. And here's a surprise.
Look at this. Shall we begin?
Now you can add Hulu to Disney+ for just $2 more a month. That looks fun.
Right. So are you in?
Yeah. The Hulu and Disney+ bundle. With plans starting at just $9.99 a month.
What's up, everyone? I'm Kayla, here to talk about Grammarly's premium offering on behalf of Grammarly. Hence, the green logo is in the corner of the video. First things first, what is Grammarly Premium? It's the advanced version of Grammarly, and it's available for $12 per month, or the price of a small cheese pizza. Grammarly offers monthly, quarterly, and annual plans, so you can choose a premium plan that's right for you to invest in your success. A premium plan with Grammarly can take your writing from good enough to better than you thought possible. Let's take a look at the value Premium provides. Video editor, roll that beautiful demo footage. Let's revise my cousin Izzy's business email using free and premium accounts. With the free account, Izzy's email shows a correctness suggestion which recommends that she uses affect with an A and not an E. Now, let's see the added support Izzy receives when she uses Grammarly Premium. Izzy would get the correctness suggestion changing effect to effect, plus an engagement suggestion that offers more vivid words to replace very happy. Izzy can choose between thrilled, pleased. She selects thrilled. Next, Izzy is met with a sentence rewrite opportunity thanks to a clarity suggestion. Grammarly suggests Izzy rewrite the sentence in an active voice, so she clicks one button and 7 words are instantly removed and replaced by a stronger, more concise start to her sentence. Finally, Izzy uses a tone suggestion to sound more confident. She clicks and her writing transforms to sound like the
It can't continue like this. Morally, I cannot allow it. This is the next one, right? Hello, Adam. I have updated and changed the security override to the greenhouse as requested. Is everything okay? Let me know if you need anything else. Commissioner's Office, Asim Naderi. So this is Adam's facility, little office. Residents, please take care in maintaining and storing your tools. Negligence and damage can lead to accidents occurring on site. Regular safety checks are enforced. Please do not use faulty equipment. Thanks. Terra Tools. H. Morales. Hi Adam. The tow line for the fridge access seems to continue to jam. I have looked into it today, and that's more than likely it needs replacing. It may still be able to function in terms of moving equipment up and down the ridge, but it could also go at any minute. I'm unable to put it in replacement request, so I'll leave that to you. Thanks, Hector Morales, engineer. This is from KDAD. Hi Adam, thanks for the email. Sadly, I was out of the game early. Nick called me with 2/7 off sweet. Is that when they were playing poker? The bar beckoned after I lost that hand. Yeah, I would assume so. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce that word, but I don't play poker, so I don't know if that has anything to do pertaining to the game. Anyways,
I'm about to get out of here.
To my knowledge, Nick and Wired got into it a little, but nothing more than just a general disagreement.